Hi, so we're going to be doing a face painting demo, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we do that. So the face painting is actually emulating a sugar skull. The sugar skulls are given during the Day of the Dead celebration as a remembrance that everybody is eventually going to pass away. So we usually give them with the name of the person written in the forehead. So that person gets a sugar skull with their name on it, meaning someday you will always be a skull. But having that said, the sugar skulls actually are a way of celebrating and remembering. So enjoy this demo, and don't forget to wear all your face painting for the Day of the Dead.
Hi, my name is Desiree Salas, and I've been face painting for over 10 years. Today I will be doing a demonstration on Dia de los Muertos, sugar skull face painting on my son, Santiago Salas. So typically I do the base coat first with the white, and I may go over it twice just to make sure that there's not so much of a streaky line. I definitely cover the eyebrows and go more with the structure of the eye socket to create more of the skull look. You can create different designs of the skull depending on the eye shape. You can go wider around the eye, you can go deeper on the brow, but that will create a meaner look. And for Dia de los Muertos, we're not really trying to make anything look scary, as it's more of a celebration of life. I definitely cover over the mouth to create the teeth that will soon be there. To paint your whole face could take beginners up to an hour, really, to get all the details that they're looking for. It takes some getting used to, because you are looking in a mirror and trying to get the image down in the way that you would like. Some simpler ways of doing it would be just to do a black and white face, and you don't always have to have so much design in that. That part is up to you to get creative and add in swirls or flowers or things of that sort. Now, with the professional face paint, it usually dries in seconds or less. But if you still feel like there's some areas that you want to completely dry, I would suggest, and if you have time, to go ahead and wait for that to dry. You'll have a better application when doing so. It doesn't get smeary or smudgy. So there's different ways that you can create the eye. It can be done like mine with the flowering, which does take more of a circular motion to go around. Or you can also do more of a petal-like style. As you come closer to the inner part of your eye, I would suggest getting smaller. And the outer areas you can lay down larger. You get like Bob Ross and you just make it creative, just like that little line I accidentally put down. Yeah, but if it's a big mistake, you definitely want to take a damp cloth and you want to tightly smudge it down and pull it away from where it's at. You'll have to reapply the white again and kind of start over, but you know, it's all art, so I would just say leave it be. It will be fine. You don't have to be as symmetrical, you know, on each side either. You can, but I'd say just for, you know, beginning, just lay it down and it should still, you know, look good in the end. I use the Wolf brand paint. It is a professional line. There are other lines out there that you can use that are just as good. And it is a water-based paint, so it's easier to remove. You definitely don't want to soak up so much water. It should definitely hold. Now on the nose, it's really your preference whether you want to do more of this style here or just do a triangle, a solid triangle. That part is your preference. And there's a couple ways you can do teeth. Teeth are probably the hardest part to do. I would even say I probably haven't truly mastered doing realistic teeth. But a couple of ways to kind of, or a trick to kind of still get that created look I like to do parentheses, basically, is what they kind of look like. Or you can also do like a rainbow. So there's one way where you would take the brush up here and make more of a rainbow shape, or you can take the parentheses, which I'm going to create here. And remember to try to lay it down with the shape of where your teeth would actually be at. Teeth can definitely be the most frustrating part. A simpler version would be like what I have here, where you just make the lines go up on the mouth location. So that is a lot more simpler. As far as the colors you choose, there are colors that do represent different things. Purple is representation of pain or sorrow, and red is the love. Yellow would be like the marigolds or sun. They all have different meanings, but you don't have to be as traditional when doing it. You can also be creative and choose whatever color palette that you would like. I like to use a lot of turquoise against my black. I feel like it makes a great addition to adding some of those colors. It doesn't have to be a black and white skull either. You could make it colorful. My favorite type of designs to add are always swirls. And lines. And if you need to, you can move slowly. You don't have to go as fast either. I like to create these arches above the eyebrow like that because I feel like it gives more of the skull structure. And you can create any design you want to. I usually freestyle, so this is not a design that I have chosen today. It's just goes off of my feeling of what I like or what I think should be there. This is a teardrop brush that I'm using here that's able to create that look. I like to create a little bit of that jaw structure as well. You can have it extend out, you can have it go like mine where it's more out following the bone structure, but that's something you want to take in consideration is the way of your face shape so it lays down better for you. So now I'm just going back in and hollowing out the eyes. And then I like to actually outline the paint. You don't have to, you could leave it just like that. But I like to create more of a masked look and a 3D effect. So the last thing I'll do is you can get any dark eyeshadow, but I really, again, like to stick to that 3D effect. So I will go in and shadow the eyes. You can use paint and paint them in if you like to as well. I feel like the shadowing creates a softer look to it that then gives you more of a 3D effect. It also helps me finish the teeth. Again, to create the illusion of the mask is why I like to add the shadow. Okay? So there's a version that you can do when painting your face as a sugar skull.